Hello and welcome to my corner of the world. This is the second video to explain how I have made this treat holder. There's a little votive candle in there. The first video explained how to do heat embossing on this transfer sheet, clear acetate here, and so this video I'm going to show you how to use the piece that we did in that first video to make this cute treat holder. So the piece of acetate, I'm not quite sure how well you can see that there, here. As I said in the first video, I showed you how to create this part. What I then went in and did was I've rounded the corners and put a little hole in by using this tag topper punch on both sides. So that's that piece. We're going to set it aside for a moment. Now for the base of the box, we're going to use a piece of cardstock that's 4x4, and this is Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to score it on all four sides at 1 1/8, and that's what will give me a nice snug fit on my votive candle. So once I've done that, I'm going to use my paper snips and I'm going to cut up the corner pieces like that, just so I've got these pieces, and then on the squares I'm just going to cut a small wedge, and this will help when we come to assemble the box to have that wedge there like that. And I'm also going to cut off a bit of this piece. We don't need that length inside the box. So again, up to the 1/8 score line each time, cut out a little wedge. And there, and then we're just going to take off a little of this extra here. Great job. So I'll move the bits. So the next thing we're going to do is to use your bone folder to put in the folds. Good crisp folds are the secret of making a good looking box. Like that. And then with my, which has disappeared and it was here a moment ago, oh here it is, my silicone mat, I'm going to be using fast fuse to put this box together today, and I'm going to use this fast fuse like that, and I'm going to flick it to one side to break the adhesive, and then on my next tab I'm going to flick it in the opposite direction, and that way it will make sure that it stays cleanly on the roller. And then I'm just going to put the tabs in like that. There we go, so that the little votive fits in there perfectly. So to decorate it, I'm using some Merry Moments designer series paper, and just a tiny little bit. These are about 1.5 inches by 3/4 of an inch wide. Just a little bit of snail adhesive on there. And then I'm just going to center those up. Like that. And then the last one. Make sure they're firmly attached. And then with my piece of decorated window sheet, I'm going to attach it to my box with some adhesive tape. Don't need much. Just going to run it across like that. I use my piercing tool to just make sure I've got good adhesion, and then it'll help when I come to pick off the backing here. And then just eyeball it to position it on a piece of acetate. So there we go, nice and firmly down like that. And then now we can put the votive in. Now for the little label here, I have stamped a piece of vanilla cardstock, and I've used this stamp set, Lots of Joy, and I've just used this one in the cherry cobbler. And then I've cut it out using this set of framelits, and they're kind of all sort of nested together so you could get different layers and sizes. And this is called the Tags and Labels framelit set here. So I used the smaller one to cut out the bit with the greeting on, and I used another little piece of the designer series paper, about 1/4 of an inch, stuck it on there, and then I took some sequined trim, and I've just pulled off a couple of the sequins, stuck them on with a little bit of liquid glue, and then just to finish them off, I'm going to put a little rhinestone in the middle of each one. And that just covers up the little holes and just gives it a little bit of extra bling. Then with the larger of my 2 framelits, I cut myself a piece of gold glimmer paper to back it, and with a couple of glue dots. Glue dots are the best adhesive for glimmer paper. It just gives it a little bit of added strength. So I'm going to stick one of my glue dots there and another one about there, and I'm just going to kind of offset them slightly like that. There we go. Then with a pen, I'm just going to make a little mark in the middle here, just so I know where to punch my hole. And I've got a 1/8 hole punch there, and I can just line it up where my little mark is and pierce myself a hole. And then I'm going to use a length of the Cherry Cobbler Baker's twine to make my little hanger. Just fold it in half and feed it through, and back through the little loops, and that gives me, oh no it doesn't, because I left a piece of it behind. Let's try again. Right. Start again. There we are. Behaved itself this time. And then I'm going to just take it and I'm going to put a knot in like this. And I want it fairly far down, but still giving me a little bit of room to dangle. There we go. Okay, so that's that piece. So now we're pretty much ready to pull everything together. So I'm using the Cherry Cobbler striped grosgrain ribbon. This is 1 1/4 inches thick. And I'm just going to feed the ribbon through the little holes that I punched when I rounded up the top of this, like that. And this window sheet is fairly tough, so it's not going to tear with the little bit of rough handling I'm giving it here, like that. And then I have some gold 1/8 inch ribbon, and I'm just going to take that along with the little label that I just made myself, and I'm going to hook that over like that. Trim off my extra bits, don't need those, and then it hides that knot inside the piece of inside the ribbon there, so it doesn't look ugly. Okay, so I'm going to pull that nice and firmly, give it a little, try and untwist it a little bit. You don't want it to look too regimented. There we go, like that. And then I'm just going to trim off a little bit of fraying there caused by it going through the hole, and I think we are now done. So there we have a cute little treat holder, Votive. Really, you just need to perhaps modify it to meet the size of your Votive, but it will make a really cute little teacher gift, maybe appreciation hostess gift in the upcoming holiday season. Well, I hope you enjoyed this project. Remember, this is the second part of a video that I did earlier to show you how to heat emboss the acetate sheet. All the supplies available in my online store. I'd be thrilled and delighted if you'd go and have a look and maybe make your choices, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, and bye for now.